GlobalScaleRadio.net.
Yeah. It's about that time. It's about that time to get. Yeah.
Button your lip, open your ears, strap on your thinking cap. Socially conscious talk that's entertaining with a dash of humor and the top sports stories of the week. It's time for Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant.
GlobalScaleRadio.net.
If you're lying, then you must be half stepping. Ain't no half stepping. Marcus J back once again for a live show. Get down with us tonight. Hit us up 804-447-0601. 804-447-0601 on September the 17th, 2012. Time is 7 p.m. and you are tuned in to GlobalScaleRadio.net. You're listening to Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J, the highest rated show on GlobalScaleRadio.net. To get down with us tonight, hit us up 804-447-0601. Pull up your Facebook application and hit us up there. Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. Do a quick search. You'll find us, Big Rube. How can they find us on Twitter, brother?
NOHLFSTEPPIN.
Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. As we do every single week, we got a live show, a hot show for you. Socially conscious entertainment with a dash of humor and the top sports stories of the week. This week, of course, NFL is in week 2, so we got recaps. We want to know what your thoughts are about the Dallas Cowboys, the Washington Redskins, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the New York Giants, and whoever your team is. Give us a call, 804-447-0601. Call us up and rep your squad. Greetings. We're going to get into how everybody did this weekend, what everybody did, you know, that sort of thing. We got a quick sports roundup. We're going to do that quick. Then, of course, we'll get into the NFL recap. We want to know, what do you think about it? Carlton Banks is going to lead us in his segment. We're going to share that when it's time for us to get into it. We'll do a missing child. And then we got a special guest live with us tonight. We got Miss Tiffany Miller, who is going to join us live from Chicago. She's going to talk to us about the Chicago strike and the murder rate, what the hell is going on up there in Chicago. So we got a full show for you on Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. And if you want to be down with any of it, give us a call, 804-447-0601. I like to go around the room and kind of see how everybody is doing. And I want to first start off by introducing a special guest that we have in the building who's going to join us for the entire show. Joining us once again, as she does from time to time, we got April P. in the building. What's up, girl?
Nothing much. I'm special.
You are special?
I'm very special.
Well, you want to tell us why you
Stop
special?
it.
Is there something that you, any particular reason? It's just because you?
Just because I'm me.
Oh, my goodness. She's special because she's her. Okay. Well, how you been doing?
Getting over a cold, so occasionally I may have to, excuse myself, clear my throat.
You going to do a DJ Cool on us?
I am.
All right. Well, how you been since we last saw you?
Pretty good. Class has started. School has started. Second week of school. Beginning of the third week of school, actually, and I'm still smiling. So
oh, boy.
That's good. I'm going to have a good year.
Well, you definitely want to get your opinions about what's going on in Chicago. We're going to save that for the Socially Conscious and Entertainment Hour. So I'm glad you're joining us, particularly for this week as an educator. I'd be interested in hearing what's going on with you. So I could tell that you got a little bit of thing going on in your voice. You know, you're a little bit lower. You know, your voice is, lower like Carlton Banks is, you know what I'm saying? So, your voice actually is deeper than his. So
It
Because
is.
he kind of high pitch. He kind of high pitch over there. So we glad to see you. Glad to have you
Thank
back.
you for having me.
We got Lil P in the building, of course. So we'll tell Lil P she can wave at us and say peace. What's up,
Say
Lil
hi.
P? All right, Big Rube.
Yo.
Big Rube.
Yo.
What's going on, brother?
Another week, another week.
Another week. How you doing, man? It's good to see you, man. I
it's
feel
all
like
right.
I've been seeing a lot of you lately.
I mean, that's because
Because we boys.
it is what it is.
We boys. That's
Exactly.
what's up. So you have a good weekend.
Oh yeah, it was good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, you want to tell the listeners what Marcus J and Big Rube did on Saturday?
This dude drugged me down to the theater, and we watched Resident Evil. It was hot, 3D.
Yo.
We had to pay the extra $4 for 3D.
It's all right though. It
was all right.
You know, I told you that I was gonna pick on you.
I mean, you could try.
I told you I was gonna pick on you.
I mean,
That's
you
right.
do what you gotta do.
Callbacks is laughing at you. He wasn't able to join us because he had some obligations. And peace to Pops Banks, by the way.
Appreciate
peace
that.
to
Thank
Pops
you, sir.
Banks. But I'm gonna tell the listeners about you.
You can tell what you want.
All right, so we get in the theater, right? And of course we sitting, a seat apart because that's how we roll.
Yeah, most definitely.
So we sitting in the theater, and as soon as we sit down, and Big Rube takes open the little packet to put his 3D glasses on, he was like, "Oh." I said, "What's wrong, man?" He said, "Man, it's gonna be scary, ain't it?"
Oh my God.
I'm about to say he did punk out.
Yo,
I'm about to say, did he pee out?
I said, "Come on, man, are you serious right now?" He said, "Yo, it's in 3D, yo." I said, "Man, go ahead with that nonsense, man." So we see all the previews in 3D. As soon as the movie dropped, I look over at him and I was like, "Oh man, Rube, you all right, man?" I'm all right. And in his defense, he never said a word about it one way or the other after that. But before it started, Big Rube had a moment.
Well, yeah. It is what it is, man. Because it's one thing to watch a movie and see all the stuff happening, but it's another thing to see something actually look like it's coming to your face
In 3D.
I mean, yeah, I mean, with that being said, it was all right.
Opening yours too.
It really wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad.
I enjoyed it. Out of the 5 Resident Evil movies, it was the 5th one. I'd probably say it's probably about the 3rd best.
Yeah, I will say this for the people who hadn't seen it: 6 gonna be banging.
Yeah, 6 gonna be good.
6, you got to go see it. You got to go see it just to see the ending.
Yeah, you gotta go see it. Yeah, 6 is gonna be good. So anything else cool happened to Big Rube over the weekend?
Nah, went and watched football with my boy on Sunday. That was cool. We got to watch the Giants on TV.
Okay.
So that was interesting. I mean, other than that, just chilled out. That's what I do.
That's what's up, Carlton Banks. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. So you mean to tell me, hold on, before we go too far, there's going to be another movie?
Well, the way this one ended, and considering that it was #1 in the box, because you know how these movies go. Once you get up to 5, it kind of depends on how you do at the box office.
Right.
Determine
Yeah.
if you get another one. They were first in the box office this weekend. It came in out of the 5 movies. It grossed probably the third highest of the 5 movies.
Oh, wow.
So only 2 of them grossed higher in their opening weekends than this particular one. My guess is they're probably gonna make another one.
Yeah, I would say that.
I used to play the game, and I ain't gonna lie, man. I used to play Resident Evil. I used to put on surround sound,
And cut off all the lights.
and be scared to death in there for real.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah, man.
I understand that
I used to be scared to death. So, but I enjoy it. I'll probably watch it until they stop making the movies. It is what it is. They have Michelle Rodriguez in it, and in case
They
you
brought
don't
her
know,
back.
and she's a badass. And
Everybody who was in there, who was in the first 4, they brought back.
For the
Jill
most part,
Valentine
Jill
got
Valentine.
down.
Everybody came back really except for Mike Epps and Ashanti. They weren't. They
Thank
didn't come
God.
back. They didn't come back.
We need that.
I like Mike Epps.
Mike
No, we
Epps'
didn't.
character was pretty cool. But anyway,
Yeah.
back to you, Carlton. Like I said, we alluded to Pops Banks. Peace to Pops Banks and whatnot.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So how was your weekend, my friend?
It's pretty good. I can't complain. Pops got fed on Saturday and Sunday. So, he did this daggone thing up.
Did y'all spoil him?
Man, he didn't get gifts because you can't really get the man who has everything gifts. So we kind of fed him at Bonefish, and then I cooked yesterday. So, that was the end all to be all. And he was happy. I mean, as long as he's around family, that's all my dad really needs.
Well, that's what's up,
That's
man.
all he really needs.
He had his family with him, and that's like you said. That's all that matters. It reminds me, and he had a milestone. We don't have to get into which one, but he had a milestone birthday recently.
Big 7.
Oh, you want to share?
He's 75.
Oh, you shared. Okay, cool.
Pops is up there.
There it is, man. You know, the last time I saw him, he looked strong. He looked healthy. So definitely glad that he was able to get to this, and he had all of you guys there.
Yeah, my brother came down
share
with his
him.
kids, and he hung out with us for a little while. They had to roll back. They couldn't make it Sunday.
Yeah,
but we had enough food though.
That's what's
had
up.
Enough food. Dad got to watch TV, but then me and my boy D-Mon, we were watching. My dad go to sleep after he ate.
He got the itis.
Pops had the itis.
I ain't gonna front. I had some pork up there at the house.
Pops had the itis, man.
Yeah, we had some ribs and some chicken and some collard greens and corn and mashed potatoes.
Man, y'all ate like y'all was on the plantation, man.
Hey,
Thanks for bringing us some. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, Christian, did you eat some ribs today? A lot. Yeah, see?
He said a lot. In case you couldn't hear him, ain't no hand Steppin Marcus J 804-447-0601. As far as Marcus J had a decent weekend, as I alluded to earlier. Big Group Marcus J ventured out to the theater, checked out Resident Evil. Pretty much on Sunday yesterday, I did what I do. Mama J and Mrs. J kind of kept their distance. They knew that, that was the first weekend that I would have just me to watch the games. The prior week, I had a house full of folks. We always do, first Sunday of the football season. Yesterday, Marcus J kind of did it by himself. What is this with this third person that I've been doing lately? Ever since Nari pointed you out with the third person thing, I've been doing it myself.
It's addictive, ain't it?
It's hard to not do it.
It's
man.
addictive.
But
and it's good. It feels good when it rolls out your tongue.
I feel like a moron going in third person.
But you're still doing it.
Yeah, I know. I need to stop. But anyway, I had a good weekend. Enjoyed watching the games. The games that I watched pretty much had the turnouts that I was hoping for, but for the Jets losing. But for the Philadelphia Eagles winning, but we'll get into that shortly. But I did want to go real quick and have a mini sports roundup before we go and move on. And pretty much one of the things that I'm gonna bring up is kind of going backwards, kind of a recap to a story that we did a few weeks ago. And then the other one is something that we haven't talked about, but is certainly relevant to the sports world. The first one I want to talk about is the San Francisco baseball Giants deciding that they do not want Melky Cabrera to come back to their squad after having been suspended for 50 games because of the steroid that he had been tested positive. And we talked about it at length about how he tried to fabricate the whole thing about the test, and he tried to lie, and then eventually came out and it said that he okay, I'm sorry, I did it. Big rule. The San Francisco baseball Giants have decided that they do not want Melky to come back. He would have been eligible to come back after the 5th game of the playoffs, assuming that they get that far. What are your thoughts?
It's a bold move, but a necessary one. You got to sit here, and it's against the rules, and let's just be honest. It's fairly cheating at this point. Before it wasn't cheating because it went against the rules. Now it's against the rules. It's definitely cheating. So if you don't continue to do it, then you need to pay the piper. So I think it's a great stand by San Francisco. Hopefully the rest of the major league will do the same. Go somewhere else and play.
Well, my thing is this: you already got team continuity. You don't want to bring him back from the same standpoint. He brought bad to the team. It's almost like, what if Vilma really was guilty of Bountygate? Do you really want him back on the team kind of thing? So that's the whole thing with Melky. The team's gone this far without him. Why do we need him? Why break up how we're doing it like that?
So every team, let me ask you, every team where a player tests positive, they need to get rid of him?
I think
or
now.
Just in this case?
I think from probably, I would say last year on, since it's against the rules, most definitely. Because let's just be honest. Somebody who does it once, they'll probably do it again.
My thought on it is this. I think it's a bigger situation than just the Giants deciding that they don't want Melky coming back. Melky is a free agent. This was his free agent season. So he's about to get he was about to get a fat payday. That's under question now. Like Carlton alluded to earlier, they had continuity that they've built up over the last few months, or few weeks rather, since he's been gone. And then also, I mean, the guy was leading the league in batting average while he was doing steroids. That's a black mark on a franchise. Now, it is a bit hypocritical because it's the same franchise that Barry Bonds made his name in, who never tested positive, but most of the sports world is pretty confident that he had done steroids. But just definitely wanted to get into that real quick. Next thing I want to get into in the sports roundup is the National Hockey League, and this will be the first and probably one of the only times we'll talk about hockey. But the National Hockey League is in danger of missing an entire season for the second time in 8 years. They lost the entire 04-05 season. Tampa Bay Lightning won the Stanley Cup, and then they didn't play the following season because of a work stoppage. The owners and the players are on polar opposite sides of this debate about how to split the league's $3.3 billion and growing revenue pile. And contrary to popular belief, according to sources, there's no guaranteed stopgap date on the NHL schedule to end this lockout imposed by the commissioner Gary Bettman last night at 12:01 a.m. They had this big game that they are supposed to play on New Year's Day, which is supposedly kind of like it's not really an all-star game, but it's kind of like their signature game that's in question now. Big Rube, again, I'll start with you on this one. We've had work stoppages in pretty much all our major sports, but the Stanley Cup was the only major title that wasn't given out. They are the only ones that lost an entire season in 04 and 05. That was the first time they lost a season since 1919. And now they're in danger about 8 years later of having it happen again. What's your thoughts?
If it's about money, really? I mean, these guys don't even get paid anything, number one. Now, it's probably a good idea for you to pay their medical, but let's just be honest. Hockey players don't get paid nothing. The top 10% get paid. Everybody else don't get paid anything worth talking about. I mean, what, they don't want to do a 50-50, or do the players want more? I mean, I don't understand it. But then again, it's $3.3 billion in hockey. That's a ton of, well, anything, that's a ton of money. So, I mean, why can't it, the owners locking people out? When the owners lock people out, it's all about money. It's that simple. Just go ahead and pay them.
Well, you know, my thing is this. How come this thing is never working for me, man? I hate this, Mike. You got to see it from the owner's standpoint, too. The owners are saying, I'm paying you X number of dollars to do this. Why can't you play what you're paid to do? How many people do you know get paid to play a sport? To get paid to do something they like? To get paid they went to school probably on a scholarship for? To get paid to do something fun? How many people do you know get to do that?
But I would dare say, if we looked at the amount of money that hockey people get paid, and let's just say basketball people get paid, I'm pretty sure the difference is 2-to-1 basketball. Because half of everybody in basketball is making over $1 million easy. I would say in hockey, I would probably say 25%, and they can get injured way worse very easily than a basketball player can get hurt.
I don't know that I think that the fact or how much money they make as individuals is relevant. I mean, obviously you want, as the players union, their job is to get as much money as possible, you know, but when you compare it to other sports, I think we are, I mean, even though we're fruit, we're talking about apples and oranges, you know. Baseball, of course, with their lack of salary cap, you can pay A-Rod $25 million, you know. Football, you can just cut a guy. Yeah. Basketball, you could be Allen Houston and not play a game for the Knicks for 2 years and still get paid. So there's different dynamics with the different sports. The main thing that I wanted to kind of highlight in this particular area is the fact that we are dealing with work stoppages. And that's the hard part for me, because like you said, you're getting paid all this money. Why not just pay? You know, but then we got into the issue last week when we talked about the Chicago teachers, which we're going to talk about in depth later on, with unions. And it's the union's job to make sure that they get as much money as possible.
That's
April.
Right. They have to protect those players. That's who they work for, and that's the union's job. If they're not doing that, you don't need them. Now, my thing with the NHL lockout, and I don't follow hockey at all, but every time I turn around, they're arguing, and it's like, how do you expect to build your sport in America and you keep stopping? It takes years to rebuild from all of these work stoppages. And I don't get it.
Well,
I really don't.
The thing about it is with hockey is they don't $3.3 billion. They never thought they would see $1 billion ever for real. Hockey just don't get paid like that. But it's the simple fact is it's all about the money because the owners shut them out. When the owner shuts you out, it's about money. It's never about anything else. It's not about hospital bills or anything. It's about pure money. And when it's about pure money, somebody's getting cheated.
Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. We're going to leave it there. Going to take our break. As we go to break, we're going to come back and talk about the NFL over the past weekend, Sunday, the games. And, of course, real briefly, we'll talk about the game on Thursday. Real quick, as we go to break, I just wanted to allude to the fact that a replacement referee had to be replaced because we found out that he was a fan of the team.
He was a Foot Locker?
He was the guy. He was a fan of the New Orleans Saints. And they had him lined up to do a New Orleans Saints game, which is a bit odd. But ain't no half stepping. Marcus J gonna take a break. We going Southern style, Southern fried hip hop this week.
Make say,
Marcus J, We'll be back in a minute.
Nah.
Down goes Frazier.